What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk to you about Lucid. I want to go over some of the data points, what's really affecting it, and go over everything else that you need to know. But first, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So right now it is down 5.99%. So there's a lot of fear developing, especially out of the Middle East with that whole war, or I guess conflict, whatever the hell you want to call it. And then even aside from that, just a lot of data that's been coming out even today isn't good. And so even though there hasn't been any news today associated to Lucid, it's just the broader market is just taking Lucid down. And I guess in essence, when it came down to Lucid, there was this that did come out, I believe it was today, it does show at least for today, there was a sell rating. So good old Adam Jonas popped up. And he has a 50% success rating, so kind of flipping a coin essentially, but $3 price target. So that is not good. So a lot of analysts aren't that optimistic on Lucid despite their Q2 earnings. And I've had a couple DMs just asking, why are analysts giving these ratings? Why are they not bullish? And simple answer is, right now the market is absolutely fickle like crazy. They're paying so much attention to every company's future guidance. You've seen time and time again companies giving very good metrics right now, but they're failing to give good guidance and they go down. And so Lucid, like I said, in my opinion, they didn't really give good guidance. They didn't really break it down on what is happening with the Gravity. It sounds like profitability and just a lot of partnerships are coming probably mid 2025 or even later, and that's all associated to that mid-size SUV. So there is still no real catalyst for investors to hang on to and a reason to go out and buy Lucid right now. Of course, their technology and everything, that's what Peter kind of talked quite a lot on, was next level stuff. But if there is a lot of fear in the broader market, which right now there is, even in fact the fear and greed index is under the extreme fear category, like it's kind of just getting brushed under the rug. So it kind of sucks all in all, but if you do have a long-term mentality, take advantage of these prices or just do options. Like I've said, I've done a tutorial on that and how you can make some pretty good money. Either way, if you are bullish or bearish, there's lots of different ways how to play all of that. But when it comes down to it, most likely the next big catalyst will be interest rate cuts. And so far right now for the September 18th meeting, I'll just refresh this. So right now there is a 66.5% likelihood of a 50 basis point cut and then a 33.5% likelihood of a 25 basis point cut. This should definitely change even in the next 24 hours as the market seems to be having more of a similar type of Monday pretense. So there might be another significant pullback that does happen, but we'll just have to wait and see. Shorts are taking advantage of all this fear though. Increasing 1.73 million shares, 26.64% of the free floats being shorted, works out to be 239.05 million shares overall being shorted. Utilization 92.04, and then short score, so the higher the number, the higher the likelihood of a squeeze happening, is 89.4. And then cost to borrow average is a little bit lower in comparison to yesterday, so 13.13%. And so shorts are kind of breaking the trend, so they have been returning slowly over this last little bit, so around 28 or 29% short interest in July 1st. And so where it is now. So shorts are starting to kind of break that trend, take advantage of the broader market's fear. Looking at options, 338,000 in calls, 3.82 million in puts. So dollar value wise, very low in comparison to the last several trading days. You do see majority of the options being done are clearly just to kind of take profit of some premiums, because 42% of all of them are neutral, and it looks like it's correlated around that 350 put. As you can kind of see, just this one candle between 1040 and 1045, there was $749,000 just in that 5 minutes. Of the call options that are being purchased, you do see a consensus for it to be above, looks like around $3. And then looking at puts, you do see a consensus for it to be sub 250. So there's a little bit more downside anticipated. So the risk versus reward has quickly flipped. And that's also because of Lucid their technicals. So right now, looking on Lucid's chart, it is below that dreaded 50-day moving average. So we already do know generally what happens with Lucid. When that does happen, it tends to trend down. In order for a trend to be confirmed, it needs to be below, either below or above that pivot point for 2 consecutive trading days. So tomorrow will be a very key day for Lucid, so definitely watch for that. Stochastic, though, you do see a very minor bullish deviation. It is also very oversold at roughly around 12. So if there's a good piece of news that does come out, whether it be for the broader market or for Lucid, you should see a rush of value investors, and number of retail investors are slowly buying the dip over this last couple trading days. So if you are one of those individuals that have been buying the dip, then give yourself a shout out in the comments below. But as of right now, these are some of the transactions occurring on the secondary market above $100,000. So roughly around noon, you do have a lot of transactions, all sells. So one for 272, 232, and 114,000. So a lot of those basically are roughly around here, so causing this downtrend. So like I said, just to give you a quick summary, so options activity, not necessarily the best, shorts, not necessarily the best, and Lucid's technicals are starting to break down. So this is why Lucid is very volatile and, like I said, just kind of trending down. So let me know your thoughts. Give yourself a shout out. Have you been buying the dip? Have you been selling? And where do you see Lucid going? Do you see it kind of pulling back to maybe the 52-week low, which is around $2.29, or do you think that's not feasible? And because right now with it at 291, it is trading between this S1 and the pivot. So 282 will be the next strong support. Below that is going to be 242. And then above all of this for resistance levels, 348 and 414. As you can tell, very wide gaps, so just anticipate a lot of volatility in the foreseeable future. So let me know your thoughts on Lucid. With all that, I appreciate all of you guys watching, and make sure you guys definitely take advantage of this promo. Has been extended up until the end of August. Sign up for a new account, throw $100 at it. They give you 5 free stocks. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Kick-ass deal. Link in the description below and also the comments. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.